It's incredibly easy to lose your money in cryptocurrency, which is why I'm going to show you how to keep your cryptocurrency safe. And I'm just going to show you 11 ways on how to do that. We're not going to go too far into this because 11 is a pretty good number. And the video is going to get too long if I have all the ways. There's a lot of different ways. Now, I'm kind of not looking forward to other people making these videos because they're going to be 12 ways to protect your cryptocurrency or 13 ways. And like, damn, I should have done 13 or 14. But I'll show you the 11. And some of these might be things you know, but a lot of it is very likely something you didn't. Because if you stick around to the end, and this is the teaser here, I'm going to show you how to hide your keys online in plain view, which people are very unlikely to find. And as for evidence, this is a picture of a fried chicken bus, and I have a QR code here that leads to Wikipedia. I pasted that onto the photo, and within the photo are my private keys to an empty Bitcoin wallet and a secret message. Now I'm going to show you how to see that, and it's a pretty good hack if you have a lot of photos and you just want to hide your password in a photo, which is really easy to do, and that's how you hide that one online. But before we get started, I would appreciate it if you hit that like button, because it just shows this video to more people, and I think this will be very helpful. So let's get started. The first way to protect your cryptocurrency is don't tell people. Don't tell people you have cryptocurrency. By owning a hardware wallet, you're kind of telling people you have cryptocurrency. Someone breaks into your house, they see that, it's like, oh, this person's rich, I'm gonna hang out, I'm gonna rob them in person. Or you're traveling, you have your crypto wallet on you, you go through airport security, they're like, what's this device? If you say a cryptocurrency wallet, there's gonna be a lot of eyes on you because you're walking around with a lot of money. Like, who walks around with all their savings with them at all times? So, number one, don't tell people you have cryptocurrency. Number two, don't keep crypto apps on your phone. Don't keep your two-factor authenticator apps, no exchanges, no wallets on your phone, because that's a liability. You lose your phone while you go out, someone hacks into that, they take your coins. And it's something you don't want to deal with. It's better to have an extra phone at home and you can just buy one off eBay. As long as you factory reset that phone, it should be fine. And then you just put your authenticator apps on that. And that's a phone that you probably want to keep offline all the time. Number three, this is a very important rule that I don't think a lot of people understand, is you should be splitting up your assets. You should never keep all your cryptocurrency in one wallet or one exchange. That's a huge liability. If someone gets unauthorized access to your funds, all those funds are gone. Now, let's say you have your cryptocurrency in multiple wallets and exchanges, then you're really minimizing your risk. So you don't want to overexpose your risk in just one platform. Now, a lot of people like BlockFi to earn interest with their cryptocurrency. And yeah, that's great, but I would never put 100% of my cryptocurrency in one platform because it introduces a lot of risk. Because people were asking if I trust it. I trust that one the most compared to all the other ones. Did a review on it. I know I'm pumping this up, but I'm just saying, if you do use it, don't put all your money in there. Make sure it's spread out. Even if it's not earning interest, just having the peace of mind that it's safe is more valuable to me. But it's up to you. I'm sure if you want to go all in one platform, go for it, but it's very high risk. You know that phrase, don't put all your eggs in one basket? You're putting all your eggs in one basket. Get 10 baskets, get more baskets. Tip number 4, don't buy a ledger. Ledger is the worst. You know why? I know that? Oh, I have a ledger. This thing is awful. For several reasons. One, it's because they leak their customer data, and 2, it's because it's a very bad user experience. On the surface level, you can see here that the edges are incredibly sharp, so just holding it is very uncomfortable, as well as unlocking your wallet because you have to do it with these 2 keys here, and it sucks. I could do a full review on why Ledger sucks, but we should keep moving on. Now, you don't want to buy a ledger because they hold all the customer data, and that has been leaked. Anyone who has bought a ledger in the past now has their personal information exposed. They don't have their wallet information exposed, just their name, address, phone number, email address. So those people are getting attacked with phishing attacks or death threats. And you probably want to ignore them at most, or just stay in a more secure place, because those attackers don't know your wallet address. They don't know how much you have on your wallet. They don't know if that's even your real address or information you could have moved. So I wouldn't take it too seriously, but with that information too, they could probably look you up on social media, and if you're bragging about how much cryptocurrency you have, that might make you a target. So back to rule number 1, don't tell people you have cryptocurrency. Tip number 5, don't buy a hardware wallet. A hardware wallet is expensive. And to keep your crypto safe, it's not 100% safe, because you have a crypto wallet, and let's say you have a safe, you're gonna need a safe. And if you have a safe, you're also gonna need a fireproof bag. Then you put it in a waterproof bag. Then you put it in a Faraday bag. It's actually the reverse order, but yeah, you wanna make sure your crypto wallet, I have a ledger, a Trezor, and a password protected USB key, and it's kind of worthless. Like, it was a waste of money. I should have just bought more cryptocurrency, but I don't have any. And yeah, it's a waste of money. It's a money grab. Honestly, most YouTubers that are recommending it is because they get an affiliate link. They're gonna make money off that sale. They make 10% off every sale to Ledger and Trezor. Now, I get it. I like money too. Affiliate link in this description, I guess, if you actually feel like you need one. But I hate these. Trezor is actually a better experience, but I hate having these because it's a liability. Because when people see it, it's like, oh, you have cryptocurrency. And I don't want people to know that, because there are free wallets. Like, how did people transact cryptocurrency before these external wallets? They did it digitally. So there are free wallets available on bitcoin.org and ethereum.org. For Bitcoin, I use Electrum. That's pretty easy to use. You can generate multiple addresses. You can customize your keys, put a super difficult password, and we'll get more into that a little later. Tip number 6. If you don't know what two-factor authentication is or what Google Authenticator is, you should probably look into it. All of your accounts need two-factor authentication, and I'm just talking about exchanges or other wallets. Now, two-factor authentication is pretty easy to set up. You're gonna need an authenticator app. I use Google Authenticator, and I use it on a phone that I keep at home that is always offline. And when you set up your authenticator, you're gonna get a QR code that you need to save. Trust me, save that QR code, because it's necessary for you to restore your authentication app, because this is another liability. If I lose this phone or the phone just breaks one day, I still want to have access to my funds, and to do that, I'm going to need to save my QR code. Now stick around to the end, because I'm going to show you how to hide your QR code online in plain sight. Tip number 8, send a scout. That's just kind of what a term I use with my friends. Basically, we sent a small test transaction just to make sure the wallets are functioning, that there wasn't any malware on our computer that replaced the address we copied with a different address. And we'll also know how long to expect that coin to transfer. So there's no anxiety, because if you mess up during a transfer of cryptocurrency, it's gone. It's just gone. You can't mess up on the address, you can't mess up on the type of coin, and you can't have any malware or spyware on your computer, because it puts the rest of your funds at risk. So dealing with cryptocurrency can be very dangerous, which is why leaving it on some exchanges might be a better option for many people who aren't as computer savvy, because you kind of have to be pretty tech savvy to fully secure all of your accounts. Tip number 9, get an antivirus. Yes, you actually need one. I wouldn't use McAfee, because John McAfee, crazy, very crazy. He's still supposed to eat his, okay, there's an image there. All right, yeah, you definitely don't want malware on your computer. Even if you have a Mac, there is a high chance of that, and even on your phone. So you don't want to be downloading a bunch of questionable apps. If you do do it in like a virtual machine or another phone where you test out apps. So I have my one phone. This is my clean phone that never goes online. And then I have another phone that is for my daily use. And then another phone where I just test out applications, because some of these crypto projects are only available via app. And I hate that because I prefer dealing with them on a desktop where I can use a virtual machine to make sure everything is safe and it doesn't expose any of my other financial information to this potential site that could be devastating to my funds. Because there are a lot of questionable cryptocurrency projects that promise big things but might be a scam or add malware to your computer. So I really hate installing things unless there's a high level of trust. Number 10, avoid crypto scams. Basically, no one's gonna give you money for free. If it sounds too good to be true, it might be. I always search for whatever that project is, plus scam, and then I search Reddit. I just want to see the experience other people had with this platform, and I also check Trustpilot. Trustpilot is where you see the worst reviews from people who had very bad experiences. So Trustpilot and Reddit are great sources to find out if a project is a scam or if anyone had a bad experience. Now, I would also avoid people who promise what the price is gonna be. I know it's great clickbait. They're like, oh, Bitcoin to 100,000 next week, or Bitcoin to $1 million. I mean, potentially it can go up, it can go down. Anytime there's a price prediction, it's a prediction, it's a guess. They're all guessing. It's very volatile. You don't know what the price is gonna be. So remember, it's all speculative. Invest only what you're willing to lose, because if it swings like 20%, that happens. I'm used to this. I'm like, all right. And I try to mitigate my risk by not investing too much. I actually prefer investing in the stock market because that's more predictable. Number 11, back up all your cryptocurrency online, but safely. Now, a lot of people say not to do this because they don't know how to hide their cryptocurrency in plain sight, because you can hide something in plain sight if you're very creative. Now, there's a lot of ways to do this, but I'm going to give you one. It's not necessarily the method I use, but it is a great method for a lot of people. So with this method, you can hide your QR codes, your seed words, any type of password you'd like. And all you need to do is have photos, have digital photos. So for myself, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of photos. I did some travel blogging before, and sometimes I just take pictures of something interesting. This is a picture of a fried chicken bus, and I hid my passwords on it, and you can check it out too. There's links to this photo on Flickr where you can download it. Now download the photo as an original photo and download the photo as large or medium, because if you do that, it recompresses the photo and changes the photo information. Now you're gonna find two very different things about it. If you download the original photo and open it up in Notepad++, I've left a secret code in there that gives you access to my Bitcoin wallet, which is empty, by the way, just as a test. So if you open up this file in Notepad++, you're gonna see a bunch of garbage text. Search for full value Dan, and then you're gonna find some seed phrases and like a little special note and a link to my YouTube channel. And if you actually look at the photo, it's a working photo. There is no, it's a working photo. You could have this photo in an email, you could have it in your Google Photos, and it's gonna have all that information. Now, Google Photos is changing, and potentially they could compress some of your existing photos. If they compress your image, you're gonna lose all this information. So make sure you save your photos in multiple places, and you'll know which photo you have your password on, because you're gonna wanna pick a photo that has some kind of significant meaning to you, and you'll know like, oh, this one has my passwords, I have to download the original, and there are my keys. Now, if you need a complicated password for your Bitcoin wallet, I would recommend an MD5. So let's say we have this picture here. You can do an MD5 of it, which creates this like long string of characters that identifies if a file has been changed or not. If you change a file, and that's like color, size, image compression, rotation, that will change the MD5. Having the MD5 the same guarantees that all your information is there. So with that, you can you can make a password an MD5. This is gonna, I know it's gonna sound confusing, but let me just show you. So I have this photo of this fried chicken bus. I take the MD5 of that, and it gives me this long string of characters. Now with this string of characters, I can use that as my Bitcoin wallet password. And you want a very long password because you don't want someone to brute force your account, because they can just keep trying and retrying to log into your wallet. And the best way to fight that is to have a very long password. So with an MD5, you get this long character, which you can do for any type of file, and you can use that string of characters as your password. Just use it like 10 times and then add some special characters. And then if you upload this photo to Flickr, or you email it, or you save it on a hard drive, you have it on your Google Photos uncompressed, it's gonna save the photo in its original state, and you're still gonna have that MD5 information the same. So this MD5, for example, would be your password times 10 and some special characters. And that's how you come up with a very complicated password. Now I can go into great detail about other passwords or why Ledger sucks. I might just make another video about just why Ledger will get you killed. But that's enough for today, because your mind has probably been blown, and if it has, hit that like button to help out this channel. This has been Full Value Dan. I hope you got your full value for today.